Hello, welcome back again. So we're going to be talking about strings, operators, and conditional statements. First and foremost, we'll be talking about strings. What are strings? Strings are when a data being assigned to a variable is enclosed either in a single quote or a double quote. You have here, I'm going to have a file, I'm going to create a file called strings.py. So here now I'm going to pass in my name. I'm going to pass in a variable name, passing a quote. This is a double quote, blessing. So I'm going to still have another variable name, my name too, and I'll pass in a single quote called Zara. So this, if I print this, my name, and also come here and print this, print my name too, and save it. I'll come to my terminal because I created a file called strings. I'm going to run this code inside the file called strings. So I'm going to run my code. So I have here blessing and here Zara. So if I check here and I said print type my name, I save it and then come here and run the code, I'm getting that Zara, I'm getting that blessing is a string. If I still do the same thing for this name too, you still get it that the name is a string. Let us do it. Type my name too, my name too, enter, save it. I'm going to come to my and run the code. So if you check here under Zara, we still have that the class is a string. So this is what we call a string. A string can either be enclosed with a double quote or a single quote. So the next thing we're going to be talking about is string concatenation. So what is string concatenation? Concatenation is, I'm going to my VS Code, is when you join two strings together, one endpoint to another endpoint string, you join them together. So let us, and this concatenation you can perform it in three forms. Either you use the plus sign to concatenate, or you can use either of the F format type of concatenation. So let us go in and check what we mean by that. I'm going to put this in a comment. Concat concatenation. So sorry, I'm going to go. I want to get the spelling correctly, please. Yeah, concatenation. Okay, concatenation. So I'm going to have, okay, I'm going to have my name. Let me say I have a variable, my name. Let me say I have variable, my names, and now equal to blessing. Sorry, put it in a string, please. And now have either is, I have a double quote here, blessing Ada. Then I have another variable declared. I have age. I have 10. So I want to concatenate it. I have context, context. Then I say my names plus age. So when I have my names plus age, I then come here, I say print in brackets, I add context. Sorry, it's capital letter, context, context, I save it. Print context, I come here and then run my code. So if you see now, it's throwing an error. It's not a bad thing. It's something that we can correct easily. If you remember, in our previous video, we mentioned about casting, whereby we use constructors to perform casting. So if you check, if you come to this terminal and read the error code, it said name plus it's an error, it's throwing a type error of an error called type error can only concatenate string, not integer. So you cannot concatenate a string plus an integer. So we have to change this age, though it is 10, but we have to change it specifically to a string using the string constructor. So I'm going to come here beside this 10 and add this string. Sorry, I have my tabs lock on. And I have this string. I'll now put it inside the string, and then I will now run the code and then come here, and run the code. Are you seeing we have here blessing 10. So I'm trying to make this sentence make sense to me. I'm going to say blessing Ada is 10. So I'm going to come here and still add it's an empty string to create a space. You can choose to do it any way you want. You can choose to add this. If you add space here, after this is, it's going to create a space. If you add an empty quote here, it's actually going to create a space for you. If I save it here and then come to my terminal and run my code, I'm going to have blessing Ada is 10. So this is what concatenation does for you. Concatenation, right? So we can concatenate directly to our print. So I can say Ada passing a print, passing a data inside a string, and then passing my say blessing. So if I save this guy here and come here, I'm seeing Ada blessing. So I can still pass in an empty a string here, right? And then this is ing. Save it. If I come here and still run my code, I'll be having Ada blessing. I can pass in a number here. If I pass in a number here to concatenate strings and numbers directly. So this is what I'm going to be having. It's going to throw an error that I cannot concatenate, can only concatenate strings. So you remember our casting, our string constructor to cast. So I'm passing the string constructor here. So I'm going to get Ada 10. So this is how we concatenate in Python. So another thing we're going to be talking about is the F string. So what is an F string? F string, or also known as F format, is a formatted string literals, right? So it is a way to embed expressions inside string literals by using curly brackets or curly braces. So we embed what? We embed expressions inside string literals. So let us see what we mean by this F format. So let me say, for example, I'm going to comment out these guys here. Let me say, for example, here I have declare a variable name, and I'll call it Alice, and then declare another variable age, and I'll pass in 30. So in order to use this F format or F string, I'm going to say passing another variable, greetings, and then say equal to F, then passing my, either you use a double quote, right, or a single quote. Then I would come here and say, hello, my name is curly braces. I'll pass in my name here, and then, and I am, I'll pass in age here, years old. So if I now say print, print what? Print greetings, I would save it. And if I come to my terminal and run this guy, I'm going to be having hello. So this is, oh, sorry. Save it again and run it. So I'm having here, hello, my name is Alice, and I am what? 30 years old. So this is what we mean by what? F format or F string, to what? To embed expressions inside a string literal. So another example we could have here, let me say I have A equal to 5 and then B equal to 10. And I would see here print, I could pass it directly to print. I'll say F string, then I'll say the sum of curly braces A and curly braces B is A plus B. So I'm going to save this guy here and then run my code. So this is what we're having here on my terminal. The sum of what? 5 and 10. That is the A and B is what? Is 15. So we have another newer method that we could use for this F format, right? We call it what? Call it string.f format. This is what we call it, string.f format. Is another way we can use to what? To embed our expressions to our inside what? Our string literals. So this is an example of this. So I'm going to comment this guy here. Example is, let me say I have name 1 equal to bless, and then age 1 equal to 10, and I would come here and say print I'll then pass a string first. Remember, we said a string dot format. And that says hello, my name, and then is, I'll then pass in a curly braces, empty curly braces, is, and I am, empty curly braces, years old. So after this, I've made a sentence like this. So I'll then, outside the string, I'll put a dot format. I'll call it dot format and pass in my parentheses. And then inside this parentheses, because of the based on the position I have here, I have name first and I have years old first. So I'm now going to pass in what? Name, and then I'm going to pass in the variables name and what? And age inside there. So this is how it works. I think it's name 1, sorry, name 1 and what? Age 1. So I'm going to now save it and run my code at the terminal. So this is what I have. Hello, my name is Bless and I'm 10 years old. So this is how the new format called string.format. This is how we embed what? Embed expressions to what? String literals. So this is what a string concatenation and also the F format is all about. So we're going to be going to the next video to still talk about other properties of strings. See you in the next video. Thank you.